If you're looking to get to 10,000 a month, this video is going to be for you because I'm going to be going over the exact 5 things that I did to speed up the process to get me to 10,000 a month and beyond as quickly as I got here. So, I mean, in terms of actually getting started, I would say the number one most important step is going to where the money is in the world. So whether that be Bangkok, Miami, Dubai, surrounding yourself with success will inevitably bring success into your life, because it's absolutely true that you are the average of the 5 people you hang around. So if you're hanging around 5 people drinking, smoking, partying, and they're just being full-on degenerates, guess what? You're gonna be a full-on degenerate yourself. But on the other hand, if you're hanging around 5 millionaires, then it's quite obvious that you're gonna be the next one. So you need to be very careful in who you're actually hanging with and who is surrounding you, because they'll kind of rub off into you what they're doing, and you'll become the average of those 5 people. So number one, going to where the money is. For myself, I chose Bangkok because with Bangkok, it's very cheap. The network is very powerful out here, as well as the weather. It's quite beautiful. You can tan every day. You can maximize your test. And as you guys know, more test equals more success. You can have all 3 of these W's, which is a W in itself. So that's number one, is just being able to go to where the money is. You can of course go to Dubai or Miami if you have a little bit more saved up. But for me, I had only 1,500 to my name, no income coming in. So Bangkok was the place for me. So that's number one. Then number 2 is just cutting out all the vices. Cut off all the things that are holding you back. Because guys, vices, they don't help you in any way, shape, or form, mentally, physically, financially, or spiritually. So why even have them? Cut these vices out as soon as possible, whether it be weed, alcohol, sleeping around with random girls. All of these things are vices. They're wasting your time, they're wasting your money, and they're chaining you down to where you currently are. And if you want to get to 10,000 a month, you'll never be able to get there if you're not able to cut off the chains that are holding you back from actually getting there in the first place. So for me, I think the hardest vice I had to cut out was the alcohol, just because it's so normalized back home where I'm from. All my friends, they drank every weekend, especially when I was in university and college. Everyone would drink, everyone would smoke. It was just so normal. But coming out here to Bangkok, no one really does that. So it was quite easy to actually be able to cut off these vices, which is the number 2 thing that I would say is the most important. And that of course comes down to changing to who you're surrounded by and making sure you're not surrounded by degenerates, because that's gonna make it very hard for you to actually cut out these vices, because that's all your reality and environment is. Now, number 3, this is pretty obvious, is just going to the gym daily and doing something to move the needle forward each and every single day with whatever niche or path you're going down. For example, I do remote sales right now. I'm a remote closer. So doing a few calls a day, leveling up my sales skills, doing something each and every single day, as well as going to the gym to move the needle forward in my life is very important, because guys, you can read, you can meditate, you can take cold showers every single day, but how is that ever gonna make you any money? So number 3 is just doing some type of money-making activity or something to level up your frequency every single day to move the needle forward to that 10,000 a month mark and beyond. Because guys, what I've seen from a lot of my friends out here, some of them hit 10K months, and then guess what? They go back to the vices. They stop going to the gym. They stop leveling up their frequency, and they start down declining. Because guys, if you're not growing, if you're not leveling up every single day, you're gonna be leveling out or declining. So leveling up in any way, shape, or form every single day, whether it be going to the gym, hopping on sales calls, making a YouTube video, doing something every single day is what I found to be the most important in terms of actually getting to that 10,000 month mark and beyond. And then number 3, I would say investing in myself. I've been in a few masterminds, I've bought a few courses, and I would say I've learned pretty much everything I know from these masterminds and from the courses that I bought. Now, of course, with courses, I'm not referring to university or college where I spent $22,000 from a loan that I pretty much learned absolutely nothing. If anything, I lost a lot of brain cells. I would say learn from someone who's actually good at what they're teaching you. Like for example, in college, I was learning from a professor who's never owned a business in their life, someone who's never touched 6 figures in her life, and I was paying $22,000 a year just to learn from that individual, which doesn't make any sense. But on the other hand, I spent over $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 on courses and masterminds where I'm actually learning tangible skills and inputs from people who are already in the place that I want to be in. These are called real gurus, not fake gurus, because they actually have done what they're trying to teach you, so you can actually learn the reverse engineered process on how to get to where these gurus are. Now, of course, investing with yourself, you have to be very, very careful because, of course, with college and the online space, there are a lot of fake gurus out there, a lot of people who say they do this, that, they're flexing the lifestyle and all of that, but they might be fake gurus as well. So you need to do your due diligence, make sure that whatever course, mentorship, mastermind you're buying into, research the person that you're buying from. Make sure they have actually done what they're trying to teach you and what they're trying to sell you, to make sure that you're not wasting your time and money just like you might have been in college. And then number 4, that is networking with killers, not low-level ballers. Now, what I mean by that is, especially out here in Bangkok, there's a lot of people to network with, a lot of digital nomads, but there's a difference in levels. You have to be very careful who you spend your time with and who you're actually trying to network with. Of course, be friends with everyone, be very genuine, be authentic, don't cut off any connections, but make sure you're spending your time, money, and energy with very high-level people, so that way you can network with the best of the best, so that way you get the best in your life. Because if you're making $0 a month right now, maybe $0 to $5,000 a month, and you're trying to get to $10,000 a month, you don't really want to be hanging out with people making $0 to $5,000 a month. You want to hang out with people who are making $10,000, $20,000, even $100,000 a month, so that way you can learn what skills they have, what inputs they're doing, what actions they're taking, so you can replicate all of that into doing what you want to do in the first place. Like, for example, when I came out here with $1,500 to my name, $0 coming in, why would I network with people making $0 a month as well? I want to hang out with people who are making $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month with remote sales, so that way I can level up with remote sales and start getting down the path of making $10,000 a month for myself. So that just means hanging out with people that are levels above you, hanging out with straight killers, so that way you can just surround yourself with success, which in turn will bring success into your life. Now, guys, I think that's actually 5, but I mean, other than that, it's very simple. Like, you just need to surround yourself with success, surround yourself with people levels above you in terms of whatever path you want to go down, whether it be remote sales, which is what I do. You can do day trading, e-commerce, affiliate marketing, whatever it may be, whatever path you want to go down, find someone who's 2 steps ahead and then just go hang out with them. Pay for all the dinners, pay for the cigars, buy your way into life, and then provide as much value as you can, because what I learned from networking is that you don't want to just take from people. You don't want to just hang out with someone, let them pay for the meal, give you all the value that they have, and then they're just left hanging dry. Like, you want to provide as much value as you can. And what I mean by that, let's just say you're in very good shape, you're like top 1% physique, and you're top 99% in terms of like financial goals. So I mean, let's just say you're making $0 a month right now, but you're in very good shape, and you're hanging out with a fat millionaire who's making $100,000 a month, but he's very out of shape. So when you're hanging out with this person, you can give him fitness tips, diet tips, all this types of stuff, while he's giving you advice on how to actually make money. So that way it's a more transactional interaction where they don't feel left out, cheated, that you stole from them in terms of like the value that you're taking from them, and you're actually able to provide for them. So that way it's more of a mutual transaction where you're able to keep that connection and build it long term. And other than that, guys, I mean, with devices, I mean, that's really easy to give up once you find out that you really want to make $10,000 a month, because after you figure out what you want, you'll easily build up the discipline, because whenever you guys are giving into vices and pleasures, it's because you're lacking purpose. You're lacking a why on why you don't want these vices. So if you're wanting to get to $10,000 a month, you literally just need to find out why you want to hit $10,000 a month in the first place. Like, what kind of life would you have once you reach that $10,000 a month mark? And then all these vices, they'll just disappear like that, because they're not helping you get to this goal. And as long as you know what goal you have in mind, you'll easily be able to get there, because it'll be a straight shot there, because everything else will just be a distraction. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.